Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Mao from Chiro Matchmakers. Super excited to be coming to you third week. Pro tip number 3. But remember, what we're focusing on is how to have a great, successful relationship with an associate doctor or your associate doctor. So first couple of weeks, what we did is we broke down some critical questions that need to be answered before you hire to have true clarity. Pro tip number 3, what I want to talk about today is hiring the right person for the right job. Now, this all goes around, once again, this big word called clarity, right? I have doctors that call up all the time and they're like, hey, I'm looking for a doc. Can you just send me a doc my way that wants to work with me? Someone who wants to come into my facility, wants to live where I want to live. And unfortunately, what we get wrong in the chiropractic profession a lot of times is we hire a person instead of actually creating a job description first so you can hire the right person. Example, regular businesses have an HR department. What they do is they create a job description first, and then they go look for the person to put into that job description so it's a right fit. What we like to do is we like to help our doctors create a job description so they know what the right role they're going to be in. So we can have the 4 rights, which I'm going to dive into in just a second. But first of all, we need to have clarity. And there's really 4 or 5 things we need to have clarity around. Number 1, what's the objectives? We talked about that in our last pro tip is what are you trying to accomplish? So let's give you an example is what you're trying to accomplish is you're trying to increase the capacity in your practice. All right, we know what the objective is. The next thing is vision. What are you trying to do with vision? What are you trying to create? Well, what I want to do is I want to double my practice in the next 2 years. Awesome. That gives us the vision of what you're trying to create. Next one is model. So model is this, once again, are we going to share patients or are you going to bring a doctor in who's going to build their own practice within inside of your practice? Once again, those 2 doctors are usually different that can actually do that. And number 4, what role are they going to do? Now, are they going to be an adjusting doc? Are they going to be an exam doc? Are they going to actually be a doc that's a business builder and they're going to actually help build your business? And what I mean by this is Chiro Matchmakers has really come to the point that we really have 3 broad categories of chiropractors, of doctors. And those 3 broad categories are race cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. And what we talk about is each one of these has different attributes. Race cars are usually those entrepreneurs. They have large offices, successful offices, multiple offices, maybe even a franchise type situation. These are these race cars. In the middle, there are these other type of business builders. They're SUVs. They can move a little bit towards that entrepreneur, but they can also be a little bit more of what our third category is talking about, which is our caregivers or our pickup trucks. Now, these people just love to love on people. They went to school to care for people. If you get these people put in the right jobs, they have the right attributes to be very successful and flourish. The problem is if you put them in the wrong position and you didn't create a job description first of what you're trying to create, you put this wrong doctor in the position, they're never going to flourish because they're not built that way. So the 4 rights with the person I want to dig into, high level, number 1, the right person. Do they have the same core values as you? Do they understand your vision story or are on track with your vision story? A doc that comes in and says, I want to see 50 people a week, but your vision of what they need to see is 300 a week. Once again, that's not the right person to fit into your practice. The second right is the right role. So what's your accountability chart? The expectations and agreement. Like I said, I expect you to see 300 patients. 50 patients isn't going to work. Are they going to help you build your practice? Are they going to be caregivers? They're going to be building your practice through retention because they just love adjusting. They're awesome at bringing in new patients through need-to-need conversations with the patients that are in your practice. Are they going to be an exam doc? Are you looking at somebody to actually start a satellite practice for you? These people are all built differently. So we need to understand the attributes and have clarity around what you're trying to create. Number 3, work right, all right? So are they doing the right work? So scorecards, having clarity around what they're going to be doing in your practice. What are their key performance indicators or their KPIs? High-level conversation is what are they going to be doing in your practice so that you know they're successful and that they know they're successful. It's a win-win. You can't have a successful practice with an employee that's with you, not understanding what winning each day is about, and having scorecards and having clarity around these scorecards and meeting regularly is only going to be a better way of achieving what you're looking for with these docs. And number 4, are they doing it the right way? So we have the right person in the right role doing the right work the right way. And the right way comes about like we talked about in video 2. Are you training? Are you developing? Are you coaching these doctors? They need to have your guidance, right? The right way is making sure they have the right resources, that you have a DC manual put together, that you're training and you have a training rhythm that works out. And once again, we always talk about a win-win-win. When we have the right person in the right position, doing their job the right way, I'm going to tell you that this is a win for you. As the owner, if you're an associate looking for a job, it's a win for the owner. That's what we want. But it's also a win for the associate. And ultimately, it's a win for the patient, which is really our true impact that we're having. So remember, high level, I hope this hit some spots. You brought some nuggets out of today. Remember, we're going to be moving into 2 weeks from now, we're going to be doing a webinar. August 27th. It's going to be at 8:30. Once again, there's going to be a link right up above that you can click into that and get prepared so you get reminders. And remember, as always, I know a lot of you want to take action. You're action takers. And if you don't want to wait for the webinar in a couple weeks, I'd love to get on a brainstorming session. So in the comments below, put brainstorming. I'll reach out to you, we'll IM each other, and we'll get a time together. I would love to speak to you about what you're trying to create. Possibly help you create a job description if you're looking for somebody, or if that's in the near future, to help you get a vision so you can help build to that point, so you can start to look for that next doc to help you have more impact in your community. Once again, from scar tissue, 6-figure loss by hiring the wrong person, unfortunately. I was learned. That's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today, so you don't make that mistake. So help me help you. Once again, webinar in 2 weeks. If you want to talk right away, brainstorming in the comments below. Until next time, have a great day.